I've driven this route before, but always in drier times, and you can't really see the profundity of green that is here. And it is both deciduous and conifer and mesquite, which is really, to me, that's the in-between species for tree leaves. It's kind of spectacular in that the trees, let's see what's the average height here, maybe 12 to 18 feet average. And this is why moisture is making it over to the central Texas from the west. It's because of these trees in here in the middle. These trees, see kind of 22, 25 feet. Some of them, in general, maybe just a canopy of 15 feet trees across. Even a 12-foot trees. But it's a canopy. It's pretty consistent across the whole, except where humans have gotten their cutters out. And it's beautiful. So this is a hub right here. I need to work here. Wherever I am. Junction, Segovia, wherever the river is. This is really good, I think. This is the transpiration moving along the mountains here, and it seems to just go on and on and on for days. I came across, I thought it was, gosh, not Fort Stockton. Anyway, wherever I was when I kind of reported in earlier today, that it was green and there were large trees. Shortly thereafter, or not shortly, but thereafter, ended up getting into shorter and shorter vegetation down to where we are now, which is almost just scrub and bush. But there's a few, bushes that are 5 to 8 feet tall, and then trees here and there by houses and stuff, which implies all kinds of interesting things. But anyway, what was I saying? After we left the town that was full of trees, that continued for a while. Then everything got shorter and shorter in sort of gradations until we were upon this kind of stuff with less grass. And then that went away, and we got into like a high mountain pass that was yellow and basically no living soil for thousands of miles, for hundreds of miles. And now we're about 15 miles from El Paso, and for whatever reason, it's actually, there we go, there's something to try. It's actually pretty green out here, and then, as I say, this transpiration thing along the mountains has continued since it started, which probably literally is where that break is. Where the mountains began, rather. And that, I think, anyway, I'm hoping that can work. I'm babbling because I'm tired. But hopefully that can work. The moisture will come along this mountain line from El Paso and then catch those trees in Fort Stockton or wherever. It's not Fort Stockton, but wherever that is. And then send it on down to Uvalde, etc. Get our perfect rains. I know what I was trying to say. So after we left the forest thing, we went across not a high mountain pass, but a desert, definitely a desert type pass. And now we've been sort of climbing back through various levels of this. Not trees, not quite trees. Scrubby vegetation. And so yeah, I just think this is not ideal, but it's definitely a lot of contiguous vegetation on the ground. That's very, very positive, especially because these are wild plants, not cultivated, and they're doing great. This is exciting. exciting. There it is. I've been in New Mexico about 3 minutes. And there's a lot of clouds right directly ahead, going into Mexico. Holy shit, man. That's what we want to see right there. Clouds, clouds, clouds over the desert. And a lot of them, they're so thick that it's, you know, it's hard to make out the edges to the right of the highway there. Yes, yes, yes. More good news. I'm between Las Cruces and where's Bob Marley from? Where am I going? Kingston. My brain says Kensington every time I think of the word Kingston. Anyway, these are those clouds still hanging out, and I believe I'm going due north about 40 miles, and then hanging a left, going a little bit west and up to the mountains. So these are just south of where we're gonna water, like due south. It's harder to see on the camera, but here you go. You kind of see that isthmus thing hanging out there, and it just goes on over the horizon. This creamy, thick cloud layer. I'm just passing Upham, Upham, and you can't see with the camera obviously in this light, but it's extremely transpiration-y. I lost the overhead clouds. They might be right here, they might be just due south of Kingston. And I'm not going to be able to be sure. I think we drove into them though. I think they're about right here. If not, yeah, we're in the vicinity. So, such good news. It's so fascinating that it's here. I don't see trees. It's near Spaceport America. I think that's Bezos' little lift-off place. So yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can see any clouds, but alright. Near Upham and Spaceport America. About 9:30 p.m. here. I just turned off the main road onto the sort of foothills of the Gila. And it feels so good out here. This is much moister than I expected already at this spot, so may it continue.